All right, let's talk about something that drives pretty much everyone crazy. Trying to schedule a meeting. It can be a total nightmare, right? Well, today we're going to dive into some tools that are probably already sitting right inside your Microsoft Outlook. Tools that can help you finally master that meeting maze. I mean, seriously, does the idea of trying to get three or more people in the same virtual room just make you want to scream? You know the drill. The endless email chains, the how about Tuesday? No, I can't do Tuesday. It's a massive time waster. It really is like a super complicated puzzle. You've got all these different pieces flying around. People's schedules, different time zones, booking the right conference room. It feels impossible sometimes. But what if I told you the solution is actually hidden in plain sight? Oh, we have all been there. That email thread with 25 replies, all just to find one little 30-minute opening. It's not just inefficient, it's a total momentum killer. But, there is a way to skip that whole painful process. Okay, it's time to meet your new best friend. And I'm not kidding, Outlook's built-in scheduling assistant. It's probably one of the most powerful and, honestly, most underused features in Outlook, and it was designed to solve this exact problem. So, what is this thing? Well, think of the scheduling assistant as your mission control for meetings. It grabs everyone's calendar info and lays it all out on a single visual timeline. So you can see instantly who's free, who's busy, and where that perfect time slot is hiding. No more guessing games. And the way it shows you all this is with a super simple color code. If you see white, you're good to go. They're free. Blue means busy. Purple means they're out of the office. And that grayed out area, that just lets you know you're scheduling outside their normal working hours. It's like a secret language that you can learn in like 5 seconds. And here is the magic button. It's called AutoPick. Sometimes you'll see it as suggested times if you're on the web. It does all the heavy lifting for you. You just pop in your attendees, click on the assistant, and hit that one button. And bam! Outlook scans every calendar and zips you to the very next time slot that works for everybody. It's really that easy. But it's so much more than just a time finder. This thing is smart. It handles time zones automatically, lets you book resources like that conference room you need, and it'll even scream at you if you try to double book somebody. It's thinking about all the little details so you don't have to. So the scheduling assistant is fantastic for a lot of things, but it's not a silver bullet. It has its limits. So let's talk about the situations where this powerful little tool starts to wave the white flag. Okay, this is probably the #1 frustration. You go to add a coworker, or maybe a client, and their schedule is just blank, a big empty line. You're sitting there thinking, what is going on? Why can't I see their calendar? Yeah, that's super common. And the answer is almost always one of these 4 things. It might be a simple permissions issue, or, and this is a big one, they're outside your company using something like Gmail. The tool just works best when everyone's playing in the same sandbox, Microsoft 365 or Exchange. And that really gets to the heart of where this tool shines and where it struggles. For a quick meeting with your own internal team, it's unbeatable. But the second you start adding a big group or people from outside your organization, you start to feel the pain. It also just wasn't built for really complicated stuff, like you can't set up a meeting for the first Monday and third Thursday of every month. And if you add, say, 20 people to the invite, forget it. The view becomes this unreadable wall of colorful stripes. Totally useless. So, what do you do when you hit that wall? You don't give up. No, you power up. This is where you bring in a more specialized tool that's built for the heavy lifting. For those really tough strategic scheduling challenges, you need a true command center. And this is where something called a unified calendar app comes into play. The source material we're looking at today points to Virto Calendar as a really good example of one of these. So the first big power up here is that it gives you one unified view of everything. These apps can pull in calendars from all over the place, not just Outlook, but Google Calendar, SharePoint, you name it, and put them all into one clean dashboard. It becomes your single source of truth. The second power up is all about collaboration. We're talking about embedding these calendars right inside a Microsoft Teams channel, color-coding events by project so you know what's what at a glance, and even layering project timelines on top of your team's availability. It's a whole other level. So here's the best way to think about the difference. The Outlook Assistant, that's your sniper rifle. It's perfect for finding one very specific time for a small internal team. A unified calendar, that's the wide-angle lens. It gives you the full, strategic picture of everyone's time, no matter where they are or what calendar app they use. Okay, let's pull all this together. It's time to build your ultimate scheduling toolkit so you know exactly how to combine these tools to be as efficient as possible. And the absolute most important thing to get here is that this isn't an either-or choice. You don't just toss out the scheduling assistant. The real goal is to build a toolkit so you know exactly which tool to pull out for which job. So here it is, your simple game plan. Use the built-in Outlook scheduling assistant for all those quick, internal meetings, for small groups, and for booking company resources. But the moment you're dealing with a complex project, external partners, or a really big team, that's your cue to fire up a unified calendar app. And when you start using this approach, something really cool happens. Scheduling stops being this annoying, reactive chore you have to deal with. It actually becomes a proactive, strategic part of your day, putting you back in control of your time. So I'll leave you with this question to think about. Right now, is your calendar just a list of stuff you have to do? Or is it a strategic tool that you use to make you and your team more productive? Because with the right toolkit, you can absolutely make it the latter. Thanks for tuning in.